Hello, my name is Helen Ann Cordes. Thank you for watching the 4-H Leader Update meeting. If you're watching this, it means you were not able to make one of our in-person meetings, but you're still going to get the same experience that everyone else did, and you will have the opportunity to give feedback. So first off, Leader Update meetings are done annually, and that's to help update you guys on what's going on, what's upcoming this year, changes to MSU policy, that sort of thing. And then also every year there are required forms that are due from a 4-H club in order for it to remain active. So at the very end of this, I'll go over those forms and explain how you can fill those out. And then also for leader update meetings, normally a program coordinator incorporates some type of training into their meeting. I decided not to do that this year. I decided to focus more on activities that we've done in the past and maybe a couple new activities that we'll be doing this upcoming year. Here in Alpena, we don't have a good turnout at events, so that's why I decided to just focus on what we're doing because we have a lot of new club leaders, so you guys know what's going on. So the requirements of a 4-H club. So the technical requirements for a 4-H club to remain active are to hold a minimum of 6 meetings per year. You must have at least 2 families living in it, so 2 families would be ones that reside under separate households, and a minimum of 5 members. So right now, a lot of club leaders are not meeting these requirements with the number of 5, with the 5 members, and that's because our enrollment period has just started September 1st. So if you're not meeting these, don't panic. I'd say maybe by February, March, if you still haven't met all of these, particularly the 5 members, we should sit down and talk about it. A lot of times I get 4-H members that come in the office and say, hey, I want to join 4-H. So if I know your club is looking for more members, I can help direct them to your club, okay? So upcoming dates. So the required 4-H club paperwork is due Monday, December 8th of 2014. I did extend that, so you'll have 2 weeks to get me the paperwork in and watch this video. And there's 4 forms of paperwork that are required. They're the 4-H leader re-enrollment and media medical release, so that's 2 of them stapled together, the civil rights statement, and your financial paperwork. Even if your club does not collect any dues or did not touch any money this year, even if you don't have a bank account, I still have to have your financial paperwork filled out. Whether it says 0 for everything, I have to have it because I actually submit your taxes for your 4-H club, so I have to have that so I know what to enter. And one thing too I want to throw in is in terms of finances, before a 4-H club goes through any fundraising activities, collecting dues, holding a silent auction, you are required to go through a fundraising PowerPoint, kind of a mini training with myself, and there is necessary forms that have to be filled out. So that's something you're going to want to think about for the upcoming year. If you know you're going to be holding a horse show, a silent auction, you need to get a hold of me so we can make sure it's a approved fundraising event. So something new we're doing this year is a 4-H snorkeling event. So we have partnered with the Alpena Plaza Pool, the Friends of the Alpena Plaza Pool, and they're sponsoring our pool time. It's going to be an awesome event to maybe help promote 4-H and get more youth involved. It's December 13th from 12 to 2 p.m. It is a free event. We are asking the 4-H members bring a non-perishable food item which will all be donated to the Salvation Army in Alpena. Children under 10 years must have an adult present, and there also is a liability form for the pool that must be filled out. We are going to be mailing out a flyer for this event, and it will have a liability form on the back. So we're going to mail that out to every household in 4-H. And something else coming up is the 4-H at the Breslin, January 18th at 2 p.m. And that's an opportunity for 4-H members to watch a basketball game at Michigan State University. Tickets go on sale November 24th. And I don't know the cost, but I know they have them at a very reduced price for 4-H members. So if that's something you're interested in going to with your family or maybe taking your 4-H club to, let me know and I can look into the price and get back to you on that. And this is actually an event that it sounds like we used to do in the past here in Alpena, but we haven't done it in a few years, so it'd be cool for us to get maybe back into doing some of these more state 4-H events. Okay, so like I said at the beginning, I decided to focus more on the events that we're already doing and maybe a couple new ones. So I kind of listed the events I'll be covering. So Achievement Day, Adopt a Highway, Exploration Days, Summer Camp, newsletters, our new 4-H enrollment system, our new market animal record books, our new market sale 4-H club, our Tractor Supply Clover campaign, and the Michigan 4-H volunteer recruitment campaign. So Achievement Day. So Achievement Day is normally in April or March of every year, and it's a great opportunity for 4-H members to get recognized for all their hard work in their various 4-H projects throughout the past year. So fair is kind of more of a time for your summer projects, your livestock projects, and Achievement Day is a time to get recognized for your projects throughout the whole year. So livestock, and I guess too, to give you an idea of how this event works, is we have 12 different areas, and we have a judge for each area. So for instance, say I do a woodworking project, I take that to the woodworking judge or the woodworking project area. So we have 12 different areas ranging from photography, arts and craft, clothing and textile, woodworking, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics related projects, veterinary science, horses, cooking, nutrition. So we have a wide range of project areas. And how it works is a 4-H member and the judge one-on-one. The 4-H member presents their project, explains how they did it, and then the judge will rate them and give them either a successful completion, a B ribbon, or an honor group ribbon, I believe are the ribbons that we gave this past year. And if a 4-H member receives an honor ribbon, they're up for best of show. So then the judge will then take all the members that received an honor ribbon in that specific project category and determine one best of show. So up in the upper right hand corner you can see Brooke Gershesky receiving her best of show ribbon. So it really is a great opportunity. And I mean, this past year we had maybe 25 to 30 4-H members participate, so we're really hoping to get some more members. And in the past, we have partnered with Montmorency County 4-H on this event, and this year we are going to do just Alpena County 4-H, so we'd really like to get a great turnout. And something that's actually pretty awesome about our Achievement Day is our 4-H Council offers a scholarship to attend whether it's a Kettnan Center event, a state 4-H event, a local 4-H event such as summer camp. In this scholarship, you complete an application and you have to go through an interview, and the interviews are actually done at Achievement Day. So if you have a 4-H member in your club that really wants to go to a horse or a veterinary science camp at MSU, have them look into this application, fill it out. It's a very simple process, and then they just have to go through an interview, and the interview's maybe 5 minutes, so it's not that bad. In this past year, they gave out $50. So $50 can really go a long way towards helping a 4-H member attend a local or a state event, and I'll talk a little bit more about some of the prices. So Adopt a Highway. So Alpena County 4-H does have a 2-mile stretch of Adopt a Highway. Long Rapids Hall is kind of right in the middle of it, and that's our meeting point. So how it worked this past year is Adopt a Highway actually normally does 3 cleanups a year is what they ask for. We've decided to have our spring Adopt a Highway cleanup kind of our main Alpena County 4-H cleanup and invite all our clubs to it. So it is towards the end of April. I believe it was April 27th, so it'll be somewhere around that week in 2015, and we invite all clubs to come out. We meet at Long Rapids Hall, we watch the safety video, go over the necessary precautions for the event. We go out, separate into groups, conduct the Adopt a Highway cleanup. We come back, and our 4-H council actually sponsored dinner, so we had free pizza for everyone that helped out with Adopt a Highway. So this is a great way for you to tie in your 4-H club meeting into this Adopt a Highway, and that could count as one of your 6 meetings if you bring your club to this event. And then something else neat is, and we'll talk about 4-H exploration days in a minute here, But at this event, 4-H members that were going to Exploration Days actually did a bottle drive too, well, at the same time as this event too. So it's a good way to raise some more funds for another event, and that was a state event. So 4-H Exploration Days. So 4-H Exploration Days is a state 4-H event, and it's an opportunity for 4-H members to almost live like a college student. So they get to go to MSU, and they actually stay in the dorms, they actually eat on campus in the dining halls, they even go to classes. In the class, there's over 200 classes they can choose from to attend. I mean, there's ranging from dairy to glass etching. I mean, like I said, there's over 200 classes, so if it's something you're interested in, they'll have it there. And this event is held in June. And one thing I forgot to mention at the very beginning is I do have a printout of a draft for calendar events for this upcoming year. So I will make sure I send that out to you guys as well, so you'll have that and know when these events will occur. But the scholarship you can receive at Achievement Day, that $50, can be used to offset the cost for Exploration Days. This past year, Exploration Days cost was $165, but if you take that $50 off, that really helps. And then also the State 4-H offered 10 $40 scholarships for Alpena County. So I imagine we're going to get probably 10 more this upcoming year. And the way I use those is a first come, first serve basis. So I mean, you could potentially get $90 off your cost to go to Exploration Days. So that includes overnight housing. The only thing it doesn't include is our transportation costs. So, and that kind of depends what avenue we go into. This past year, we did use a school bus with the Alpena in Montmorency 4-H, and I believe we charged $10 a person on top of that. $165 for transportation. But getting this scholarship from the State 4-H and also from Achievement Day can really help make the cost of something like this bearable. So at 4-H Exploration Days is our 4-H State Awards ceremony. And so 4-H State Awards are the highest honor that a 4-H member can receive. And this is where 4-H members create a professional portfolio of their experiences focusing on one particular area. And their portfolios are reviewed on a regional basis and then forwarded to the state for consideration. So this year, Alpena County actually had 2 state award winners in the senior division, and we're pretty excited about that because they were the only 2 state award winners in the North region, and they're both from Alpena County, so that's a pretty great thing for us to be proud of. In the past, we haven't had quite a good turnout with 4-H members applying to state awards, so we're really trying to push that this upcoming year. So Brandon Borge, one of our state award winners this past year, has actually offered to host a workshop and help mentor 4-H members that are interested in applying for state awards. So we're pretty excited about that. And then something else Brandon has worked at is right now our 4-H council has a proposal that Brandon actually put together himself. And in there it states, if someone goes to Exploration Days as a state awards nominee, they'll get their whole cost paid for by council. So that's something that our new 4-H council in January will be looking at. So we're pretty excited to see that. And so if you do have someone interested in going to Exploration Days, I would encourage them to apply to state awards. They could get the cost potentially paid for completely. So if you have any questions, feel free to call us at the office, and I can further help explain state awards. So summer camp. So Alpena County partners with 4 other counties to have a 5-county summer camp. So Alcona, Montmorency, Otsego, and Presqu'Île. The camp is held in Millersburg and Presqu'Île County at the Akiak Outdoor Center. And our camp has a STEM focus, a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics every year. And we do have a 4-year rotating theme. So this past year's theme was Camp Ready, Set, Go. And we had 4-H members actually build marshmallow catapults. They actually got to dissect fish. They got to see invasive species. So it really is a great opportunity for your kids to learn more about science, engineering, that type of stuff. And then they also do get to do the traditional 4-H thing. So they go canoeing, we have archery. but it's a great opportunity for your kids to be at summer camp and make sure that they're actually getting some educational aspect to it. So it's pretty neat. And the cost this past year, I believe, was $75. If your 4-H member is interested in going, they get that scholarship from Achievement Day, that just cut the cost to $25. Again, the dates for this are on your calendar for the year. It is the week after Exploration Days. 4-H members come on Tuesday morning and leave on Thursday just before lunch, I believe. So newsletters. So this picture of this newsletter right here is the latest newsletter that I sent out from Alpena County. So MSU has actually developed a new newsletter that will be unified for every county. So they'll send it every month to all the program coordinators, and then it will have blank spots for us to insert information so we can send it out to all our members and everyone in the states kind of receiving the same format. So I haven't started using that yet, but I'm hoping at looking into that for the next newsletter. The nice part is that these newsletters can be emailed and Facebooked. So one thing in Alpena we don't really have I don't really have a good database of email addresses in that. So, if that's something, if your email address has changed, that sort of thing, make sure on your enrollment form you notify that. Or if you have a email that you use more than one, make sure you just list your primary one, because we do send club leaders a lot of emails in regards to whether it's newsletters, questions about 4-H equipment, that sort of thing. So we have a new 4-H enrollment system that will be coming soon, and I just found out it sounds like in the next month the system should be launched. So what you need to know. So this system will actually allow 4-H families the opportunity to create a login, so you could use your home computer, log in and enroll your 4-H members in 4-H. So the downfalls kind of to the system, you cannot sign your media and medical release form. We have not received the right to do signage online yet, so you cannot do that, and you cannot pay your $10 fee or submit a participation fee waiver. However, I think this new system is going to be great for Alpena County because it's really going to save me time in entering all these forms. So what are we going to do in the meantime, so before this system is launched? We're going to still use the old enrollment forms right now. So you can turn those in and give them to me. They will not be entered in the online system yet because it hasn't launched. The things you'll need to know is if you do submit an old enrollment form, I will count it as being enrolled in 4-H. However, once this new system is launched, we may potentially have a new enrollment form. So you may have to fill out a new enrollment form. And then also, I have not decided, but when the system is launched, if I will contact everyone that enrolled and say, hey, can you log on and enter your information online, or if I'll just do it myself. So I haven't decided that yet. I think it would definitely be better for 4-H members to just enter the information themselves, so then next year you'll be familiar with it and know how to do it. And I do have a flyer explaining this new enrollment system, so please help spread the word. And the way this system will work once it is launched, if you bring an enrollment form into our office, we're going to actually walk you back in the office and set you up on a computer so you can enter it. So this is something that will be coming soon, and check out that flyer so you'll know more information. And like I said, just make sure you tell your members, because they may potentially have to sign a whole new form if a new form comes with this launch. So market sale record books. So we have new market sale record books that the state 4-H office designed. And we have them separated into 3 groups: novice, junior, and senior record books. And this is kind of just the front page of each of them. So with these record books, they're designed for 1 member and 1 animal. So the way they'll work, so in Alpena County, you can show 2 large animal and 1 small, or 2 small and 1 large. So say I market 2 pigs and a chicken. I would have to fill out 2 record books. I'd have to fill one out for both of those swine, so the 2 swine can be included on the same record book. And actually at the end of the record book for the junior and senior, it does ask you if you have 2 of the same animal. It gives you the opportunity to put the information in, so you could figure out your profit and loss for each animal separately. So our old books didn't have that option, so I'm pretty excited about that. Leaders can order the number of books that you need, so I already have some copies made, but if you're going to need a large quantity, if you can shoot me an email or give me a call and say, hey, I have a meeting coming up, I need this many senior, this many junior, this many novice, let me know and I'll have them printed and available for you. And they also will be available at our Market Club meetings, which we'll talk about in a second. Remember, the record books are due to the MSU Extension office by September 1st. In our current market rules, it states if record books are not turned in by September 1st, that 4-H member is ineligible to sell in the market sale next year. So it is really important to get these dates out to your 4-H members. And I just remembered, speaking of dates, that I forgot to mention was for the enrollment system. March 1st is our deadline to sell in the market sale. So that is an important date to make sure you get out to your 4-H members. If they're not enrolled by March 1st, they cannot sell at that year's market sale. So in terms of market sale, we have started a market sale club here in Alpena. It meets the second Tuesday of the month. The first meeting is March 10th of 2015. And like I said, if you miss that March 1st deadline, it won't apply to you. Won't have to go to the market sale because you're ineligible to sell. So make sure you get those dates out there, especially to new 4-H members in your club. Even if you don't think they are interested in showing livestock or marketing it, let them know, because we don't want someone to miss out on an opportunity just because they missed a date. So this has a list of all our market clubs. These are also on that calendar that I will email out to everyone. We have not determined the location or the times yet. We are checking the merchant building on the fairgrounds though for the location, so it'll most likely be at the merchant building. In the time, so we're still trying to figure out, but whether it's early in the evening or later in the evening. So our 4-H council will look at that at their January meeting and make a decision. So in Alpena County, we have a Tractor Supply paper clover campaign, and I'm just going to have you watch this video quick and then we'll talk about it.
Hi, I'm Don Floyd, the CEO of the National 4-H Council. Thank you so much for your incredible partnership with 4-H. Our Paper Clover campaign, in partnership with county 4-H staff, with volunteers, and your young people in your community, is just fantastic.
Company-wide, I mean, it's just phenomenal how much money we've been able to raise for the kids.
It goes to our county and it helps our extension office in Union City, Tennessee. And it helps us in all our areas, our beef project areas, our horticulture project areas. It helps us get supplies to go out and work with our cattle, work with our plants, work with our line and design area with crafts and sewing. Let's get a bag of this. You need a good pair of rubber boots.
It makes you feel good knowing that you can be supportive of the 4-H in that way.
Oh, it's one of the biggest advantages that we have to have a tractor supply store. For me personally, I was raised on a farm. I show swine. So anytime that I ever need a vaccination or I need any help, if I don't know what's going on, I'm able to come and not only just ask the manager, but they have so much knowledge background that they're able to help me in that area.
This is not just a fundraising opportunity for us. We're building relationships and we're making connections.
Sometimes I'm here a lot and can't, get out into the community, but it kind of gives us an opportunity to bring the community to us, and that's been probably the biggest opportunity that I've taken from it.
I would say that it's a win-win situation for everyone. That drives customers into the store, and in the same breath, it also helps our program to be more visible in the community. It's just a great partnership.
And at the end of the day, what we're all about is helping these young people be successful.
Thank you, Tractor Supply Company. Woo!
So here in Alpena County, we are extremely lucky to have a Tractor Supply. So we have the opportunity twice a year to partner with them on the Paper Clover campaign. So the way the Clover campaign works is during the months of April and October, they have I think it's almost a month-long campaign where when a community member goes to check out at Tractor Supply, they're asked, would you like to donate $1 or purchase a paper clover? And the way it works is, they buy the paper clover, the store hangs it up, but then also during that time period, we are scheduled for a weekend where we can have 4-H members present at the store to help with the campaign, and it really does make a difference. A lot of 4-H members here in Alpena that participate have said, that the person said, no, I wouldn't like to purchase one, but that 4-H member still helps them carry that bag of feed or soil out to their car, and then they realize, like, oh, wow, this really is a great program, and go back in and they'll purchase a paper clover. So it's a really neat opportunity. And you can see in the pictures, these are pictures from our April 2014 Tractor Supply Paper Clover campaign, and they did sell hot dogs. I think they had popcorn too. And if someone purchased it, they used all the monies that they raised, and then they took them into the store and bought paper clovers with them. So it really is a neat opportunity. And one thing I want to stress is all the funds that Alpena County gets from this paper clover campaign are used for countywide 4-H programming. So they are not just used for livestock projects. And right now we've only had a couple of clubs actually help us with this Clover campaign drive. So I'd really like to see more 4-H leaders help spread the word to get their members to help with these events. Because like I said, the funds are for county-wide programming. They're not just livestock. So every 4-H club should be helping out, spread the word, and helping 4-H grow here in Alpena. So the Michigan 4-H actually received a grant to do a volunteer recruitment campaign. So they kicked it off this past August. So this is one of the commercials that they air on the TV. And I think it's loading.
Michigan is home to talented people with a wealth of skills, knowledge, and expertise. Thousands of young people in 4-H are striving to develop their own gifts. Help turn these 4-H dreams into reality. Give your time and talents to lend a hand, provide guidance, and answer little questions along the way. What better gift can you give them? And yourself.
Because my questions are blue to the answer alone.
So that was one of the commercials that are airing on TV right now. They also have some longer videos, 5 and 8 minute ones that you can watch. And along with this campaign, here in Alpena, we actually have a lot of posters and different promotional supplies that we can hang up at events. So such as our Paper Clover campaign, we have some stuff that we can bring to that at county awards. So if your club is having an event and and it's something that we could do some promotion out to the community, let me know and I can sign those materials out and we can put them up at your event and hopefully help get some more volunteers and more 4-H members interested. So about 3-4 weeks ago, I presented the Alpena County 4-H annual report to the county commissioners, and something that I got back on feedback is that here in Alpena we're doing fantastic things, but we're not so much visible in the community, so we're not promoted, or we don't really receive the credit that we deserve here in Alpena, because we truly are doing some amazing things. So a way to help with that is we did participate at the Trick or Trunk in this past October and handed candy out. We handed 4-H suckers, some 4-H tattoos, some different stuff just to help promote. And we had some of the promotional materials there. And then something we are doing next week is the Boland's Jewelry Holiday Parade. So that is Friday, November 28th, 2014 at 5:30 p.m. So 5:30 is when the parade starts. I'm asking that any 4-H members, volunteers that can help, if you could arrive by 4:30 p.m., the float has to be there at 4 p.m. So if you guys could get there by 4:30, because they do judge the floats before the parade starts. So it starts at the Annex Building parking lot at the corner of Chisholm and 9th. In the way this event works is our 4-H member of the year, who is Bree Oliver this year. She has designed the float, so it sounds like there's going to be more of a Santa's workshop and elf theme going on. So we're going to have a trailer that will have 4-H members doing different 4-H projects. So there might be someone who's sewing on the float. There might be someone using wood. We're not sure about livestock yet. We're going to look into that though. So if you could encourage your 4-H members to come help us promote 4-H for this event, there is even prizes. I believe the first place prize is $500, and that would be pretty awesome for our 4-H program to, maybe even help get a prize from this too that we could put back into our program. So if you're able to help with this, please come out, meet us there by 4:30. Encourage your 4-H members to participate. And even if you can't attend, still encourage your 4-H members. We will have other leaders and volunteers there. So, a neat opportunity for 4-H clubs, our Health and Nutrition Program Associate, Kathy Friel, is helping pilot our Healthy Clubs Healthy Youth Program. So the way it works is she will come in and she'll actually run your 4-H club, your 4-H meeting that day. She'll put on a program, bring a healthy snack for 4-H members, teach you how to be healthier at your 4-H club or even at home. So it's a pretty neat opportunity, and this would count for one of your 6 required meetings a year. So if the only thing I would suggest is if this is something you're interested in, let's get it on the books soon. Being that Kathy is a part-time program associate, we want to make sure we have it scheduled in advance. But it's a great opportunity, and this would save you from having to plan a meeting that day. So you can have her come in and put on an educational program for your 4-H members. And sometimes it is nice to bring in someone outside to do a program for your club. Sometimes 4-H members or youth like it when you bring a different community member in to help with an event. So it's a great opportunity. If you're interested in, let me know and I can hook you up with Kathy and have her and you schedule a time and talk about the meeting, that sort of thing. Okay, so at the in-person meetings I ask club leaders, what do you want at next year's leader update meeting? So these are required meetings annually, and like I did say at the beginning, a lot of times program coordinators will put on some type of training or other aspect for leaders. So this year I didn't do that. I kind of just focused on more of what we've done in the past. So I want to ask what you guys want next year. And listed here are the ideas that the in-person meetings came up with. So, to have a leader appreciation meeting once a year, and just a very informal, maybe a potluck type thing where you guys can all get together, talk about what your club's doing, maybe get some other ideas from other 4-H leaders. To maybe have a pre-fair meeting for all livestock club leaders. A lot of times when we get to fair, we're all kind of running around and doing our own thing, and it maybe help us to be a little more unified. So to have that, and that's something that our market club could talk about. Next is to have a youth day theme, and our youth day theme would actually be the same as our fair theme and our banquet theme. So it's pretty neat that, this is what we used to do in the past. So this would be a nice way to have the same theme year round, and everyone would know then what the fair theme was because it was the youth day theme. Next would be to have a buyer thank yous at the market club meetings. So I'm thinking maybe in August we could have a meeting that would be optional for 4-H members in the market club to attend. But if you did attend, maybe we could provide the thank you cards, the postage, that sort of thing. Next would be council scholarships, to set aside a certain amount of funds for events, which we do have scholarships, but we're not doing a good job on letting you know exactly what those are. So there is the one for Achievement Day. There is also mileage reimbursement for educational activities. So we're going to work on getting that so you guys know what is available. Our market sale rules, which we'll make sure and go over at our market club. And then something that was suggested was to have a volunteer sign-up sheets at next year's leader meeting. So to have, for the banquet, for the food booth at the fair, to have a sign-up sheet already. So that's a pretty great idea, and I definitely want to have that next year. Next, someone just suggested not having the meeting the second Tuesday of the month. And then another thing that was talked about was, how do we get money for our 4-H club? So money in terms of from the state. So we did discuss briefly participation fee grants that are available for 4-H clubs. So the 4-H fee is $10. $5 of that money goes back to the county. The other $5 is used for participation fee grants in liability insurance type stuff. So there is the opportunity to apply for a grant out of that $5 that goes to MSU. And there isn't a limit on the amount you can apply for, whether it's $1,000, $10,000, there isn't a limit. In the application process is actually not that bad. There is a proposal that is due in June, and then the application is due in July. So if that's something you're interested in, getting some funds for your club, let's sit down and talk about that. I can give you the application so you can start working on it, and we can have it ready to go for next year. So the required forms. So annually there are 4 required forms that are due from a 4-H club in order for it to remain active. So this past year I had about 40% of leaders get me these 4 forms by the due date. So they are due to the state 4-H office, I believe, January 10th. So if I don't have your forms, it is up to my discretion whether I decide to disband clubs or what exactly I decide to do. And I definitely don't want to do that. The purpose of 4-H is to educate youth and give them real world skills. So, I want us to have as many opportunities for that as possible. So if you can get me your enrollment forms, it would be greatly appreciated. Like I did state earlier, the due date for these forms is December 8th. It was originally December 1st, but I wanted to make sure you guys had a couple weeks to get them in. So if you can get me by December 8th, get me those forms, it would be greatly appreciated. So then I have a couple weeks to get them entered, submit your IRS forms, that sort of thing. So, and I will just repeat the forms quickly again. So the volunteer enrollment form, the media medical release form, and that is for you, the volunteer. If there's more than one club leader in your club, both of you, however many of you, you all have to submit this re-enrollment form. Otherwise, you are not an active volunteer, so you would not be covered by 4-H liability insurance, that sort of thing. Next is the civil rights form, and finally the financial statement form. And those 2 forms need to be completed for each club. So if you have multiple 4-H clubs, you have to submit those forms for each club. So I do have printouts of these clubs for each leader already printed and waiting at the office. So what I ask is for you to come in and fill the forms out. If there's no physical way for you to come into the office and fill these forms out, I will mail them to you, or I can email them to you, but I need to know. Honestly, the best way would be if you could just come in and fill them out. Our office hours are Tuesday to Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. However, I am in the office on Monday and Friday normally, but I would email me or call and double check before you drive all the way in, because our office will be locked. But like I said, if you need them emailed, let me know. I must have these forms in order for your club to remain active. So I'm really hoping to have a better turnout of leaders get these in on time. So please help make my job easier and your job easier, and if you can just get me these in. And if you have any questions, let me know, okay? So I know if you went through the leader update meeting, which is required by the state 4-H, I have created a survey monkey that has a couple questions. So if you could go to this link. I will include it in the email with this video, and complete that survey. And that's also going to have the opportunity where you can write what you want at next year's leader update meetings. So please fill out the survey. Make sure you put your name and your 4-H club so I know that you did it. And if you could get this done, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. And just to go over quick, the injustice for all, just to let you know, MSU is an affirmative action equal opportunity employer. Michigan State University Extension programs and materials are open to all with regard to race, color, national origin, gender identity, religion, age, height, weight, disability, political beliefs, sexual orientation, marital status, family status, or veteran status. So when you sign that civil rights statement for your 4-H club, you are recognizing that you understand that MSU is an affirmative action equal employment opportunity. So thank you so much for your time, and if you have any questions, please let me know. My email address is princeh1@anr.msu.edu, and our number here at the office is 989-354-9870. Thank you so much for your time.